This is Joshua Hart from JTH Boxing. Today I'm joined by the WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Billam-Smith. Chris, first of all, how are you doing today, my friend?
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. Yourself?
I'm not doing too bad, to be fair. I actually wasn't meant to be here tonight. I found out last night I was coming because Sonny Edwards, of all people, blagged me onto the media list, booked me a hotel. So I've somehow found my way watching world title cruiserweight boxing for free. I cannot complain that much, can I?
Good stuff. Sounds like a good night.
It's been a very good night. Let's just dive straight into things. Obviously, I'm sure you were here for the main event to see Jordan Thompson take on Jai Opetaia. What did you make of that fight, first of all?
Yeah, Opetaia showed why he's world champion. A huge golfing experience. I think the step up from Jordan was just too much. I think that showed tonight, but all props to him for taking the fight. But all props to Jai for being so well prepared, considering the time he's had out the ring. He's used that time really well, and a really great performance.
I'd want to start just by talking about Jordan quickly. Obviously, Jordan's kind of not been fast-tracked, but these opportunities to fight someone like Jai Opetaia do not come every day, Obviously, you're a lot further on in your career. You've had those tests, but like Lawrence Zeccola, you weren't ordered to fight him. You got offered the fight and you took it with both hands. That's exactly what Jordan did tonight. I put on Twitter that he dared to be great and he'll come again. And I seem to be facing stick from people for that. But it's exactly what he did. He came into the ring, he dared to be great, and he'll come again, won't he?
Yeah, for sure. There's a golfing class in his opponents. When you look at his hardest test, I'd say so far is the Vasyl Dusar, and we saw how tough he was tonight against Shev. But he was fighting Shev in his 7th fight tonight, Dusar, and that's probably Jordan's best winning toughest fight. But then you go up to world level, to the number one currently ranked in the divisions. You know what I mean? Where he's got the Ring Magazine belt. I've got something to say about that, but yeah, it's a massive golfing experience, and the way my career has gone has been step by step by step. I've picked up British, Commonwealth, European titles, had some tough tests, had some 12-round wars which I've had to grit down through, and they all put you instead in experience, give you that experience to fight for a world title, and that's what was lacking with Jordan tonight, is that experience, and he'll regroup and come again and use tonight as huge fuel.
I think tonight as well, obviously, even though he didn't go the distance and not an awful lot happened, I feel like he'll still learn a lot from what went on in there tonight. He'd never been, obviously, apart from Dusar, he'd never really been put in too much trouble. Obviously with Dusar, he got away with it because it was the last round. In here, he got put in trouble from the very first bell almost. And I feel like he'll learn a lot from tonight, won't he?
Yeah, for sure. And it's not necessarily just the fight; it's the camp and training and the fight week experience and being around it. And all the cameras have been on him this week. As in the UK, as the UK fighter, being the challenger, the massive underdog, and he'll learn from all that sort of experience.
And I was turning the attention towards Jai Opetaia, the man who came out victorious tonight. What did you make of Jai's performance in there? He looked very good for a man who's not fought in over a year, coming off jaw surgeries. What did you make of his performance in there?
Yeah, I worried that he may underperform due to the time out of the ring, the injuries. I believe there was management issues in there as well, I got told. So, yeah, he's overcome a lot, and he hasn't looked like he's been out the gym, which is a good sign, and that's good. That's what you want from a champion. You don't want someone to have a long layoff and then come back and look, underperform. He's obviously so hungry and very motivated, and he's showed that tonight, and didn't look like he'd been out the ring at all.
And obviously post-fight in the ring, he did mention your name. He said he'd love to fight against you. I'm not going to sit and just ask how would you feel about that fight. I already know you want a fight like that. You get to fight for the Ring Magazine title. I'm sure you'd love a fight with Jai Opetaia, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. That we tried to make that fight before we were trying to do it for May 27th originally, and there was a few issues, and then we obviously got the Lawrence fight. But yeah, so I'm WBO, he's IBF champion, and Ring Magazine, and as a champion you want to unify. So any unification, they're the fights I want.
I do want to quickly touch on Lawrence Zeccola. Obviously, he has activated his rematch clause, but obviously it says the fight has to be by November. So will you be in the ring again this year, do you hope?
Yeah, I'm looking to get out end of November, early December. So that's my plans. Who that is yet? It will be Lawrence or Masterneck, and that's all I know. I think that's been well documented. The whole situation, I know as much as that basically so far. And I was contracted to fight Lawrence from when I first signed to fight him. I had to fight him twice because he had the rematch clause. So in my head, that's who I've been fighting the whole time.
Is it a little bit frustrating that you're sat here, you're ready to go again, you're waiting for the date, and you're not really sure what's going on the other end of things, are you?
It's boxing. I'm used to it. I'm back in the gym training, and that's all that matters. I have to deal with what I can control, and what I can control is how much work I'm putting in the gym, and that's what matters most.
And very quickly, I want to turn my attention to a couple of big fights coming up. So next week we have a huge domestic showdown in Sheffield between my very own Nottingham's own Lee Wood and Josh Warrington from Leeds. How do you feel like that fight's going to play out? It's an absolute fire fight at featherweight, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic fight. I just think Lee Wood's a bit cuter and a bit more. Warrington comes and gives it his all and throws lots of shots and is busy. I just think Lee's a little bit cuter, a little bit more well schooled, and he's coming off a great win against Nara. And he's also got power to go with it as well. So I think if I had to pick a winner, it'd be Lee Wood, but it's also another interesting fight.
And obviously we've also got the news that Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk is signed, sealed. No date yet, but we're looking either December 23rd or January. It's what all boxing fans want to see. I know you're a fan of the sport as well. It's just good to see this fight finally get signed, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. People say boxing's been in a bad place because of the heavyweights is why they say that. But boxing's in a good place. It's only the heavyweights who are sort of been letting it down recently. So that fight happens, and boxing's in a fantastic place. Obviously, that's the heavyweight division. That's the big marquee division. So any fights that go on in that division which are good for the sport are filters down, and people love the sport again. So that's what you want. And it'd be great. I mean, I just want to see them in the ring with each other. Undisputed heavyweight title fight be phenomenal.
And if you were to predict a winner as of right now, who would you put your money on?
It's one of them. The size, just due to the size, neither guy knows what losing's about. They've both got similar mindsets. But so down to size, I'll probably go Tyson Fury, because obviously Usyk last time out, was hurt at times against Dubois. Obviously got the finish in the end, and that's what he done. He found a way to win, but Tyson Fury's also done that as well. And yeah, I think I'd have to probably just edge with Fury.
Chris, I'm going to let you go now. Thank you very much for your time tonight, and best of luck in whatever's next for you. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. Cheers, Chris.